With the recent release of Skyward Sword HD, tons of fans who have never had the chance to play this game have been flying high in the skies and getting a taste of what this game is all about. Link's adventure through the skies and untouched surface is one of the most epic adventures in the series, establishing future lore, discovering the first inhabitants of the land, and so much more. This game has many key moments, and today, joined by fellow Zelda creator, Zeldatuber, also known as Drock, we will be counting down my top 5 most epic moments in Skyward Sword. If you'd like to introduce yourself to my audience, Mr. Fury, and take the video away with my iconic line, please go ahead.
What's up everybody, I'm D-Rock from Zelda Theory. If it wasn't obvious enough, I talk about Zelda a lot. So Adam, thank you so much for allowing me to collab with you on this project. It means the absolute world and I appreciate it so much. I hope I can bring some insane value to your community. And now, let me jump into this iconic line. Be sure to go and grab yourself a snack or drink, folks, and send them in to get featured right here. And let's get into our first epic moment of the list. Kicking off our list takes us to the epic adrenaline rush of an adventurer that is flying the skies for the very first time. Skyward Sword is arguably one of the most unique Zelda games in terms of the setting. You start off on a floating island called Skyloft, and within the first hour or so, you're setting off for the literal sky. Not a horse, not a ship, or even a train, but the sky. This moment is one of the most epic feelings you can experience in The Legend of Zelda. Sure, bursting out into Hyrule Field or setting sails across the Great Sea is incredibly cool, but leaping off a ledge or a floating island and being souped up by your trusty Loftwing, it just hits the feels differently, you know? You are literally flying through the sky on a giant bird. If that isn't epic alone, then I don't know what is. But if it isn't enough for you, on top of the already awesome flying, it is paired with an equally amazing soundtrack. The theme of the skies is, for lack of a better word, incredible. It's a powerful, adventurous theme that fits the magnitude of this surreal experience. It's almost like a superpower, right? It really opens the game up in terms of traversal as we can travel from Skyloft to other islands, such as Bamboo Island and the Lumpy Pumpkin, along with just taking in the incredible view. Compared to traveling by horse, ship, or train like in past installments, flying the skies above what would go on to become Hyrule is one heck of an epic feeling that for any first timers out there will be something special.
Heading down to the surface, our next moment occurs on the sand ship found in the old Lanayru Sea, a long-forgotten ship stuck in time. This is one of the most creative dungeons in the game, going between past and present to traverse the ship, but it's one of the battles on this ship that we're going to be looking at, the Walk the Plank battle between Link and the ancient pirate, Skirvo. This is the captain of a nasty pirate crew that long before Link's time seized the ship from Skipper and their crew, taking it as their own. As Link enters this narrow walkway, the captain turns around, exit blocked, and Link is forced into a duel between the ancient captain as they begin aggressively pacing towards Link. This battle is extremely epic and quite possibly my favourite mini-boss in the entire game. The captain takes on a Captain Hook styled hook on one arm and an electrical blade on the other. Skivro reminds me of the Dark Nuts from Twilight Princess, which funny enough are my actual overall favourite mini-boss in the series, so it's no wonder that I love this battle. It really captures the feeling of being on an old ship, battling a pirate to protect your crew. As epic as the first phase is, dueling against the captain, the second phase of this fight really amps things up. As Link almost knocks the captain off the edge, the exit block comes closer and the captain gets angry. The fight is now more close quarters, adding intensity to the battle, but it doesn't stop there. After taking the captain to the edge once more, Link will smash his blade off the rusted bones of the captain, leaving the captain with one choice: the hook. The exit block draws even closer, forcing this battle into a close space, and Link then duels the captain blade on hook, and after a tiring battle between past and present, Link smashes the hook and forces the captain off the edge, and we see the old robot collapse into pieces, ending this epic battle and giving Link the bow as a reward.
Our next moment takes us to the conclusion of a storyline within the game. Throughout Link's adventure between surface and sky, he learns a lot of new information, and we as the player are taught a lot of origin stories. Most notably, how the Kingdom of Hyrule came to be, where the sources of evil stem from, but also the creation of the Master Sword. This legendary blade is iconic, right? Appearing multiple times across the series, it is more often than not the answer to putting a stop to evil. hence the subtitle, The Blade of Evil's Bane, right? In Skyward Sword, we learn exactly how this masterful weapon was forged. It started out as the goddess sword stored within the goddess statue. Long before any of this was here, the goddess Hylia formed Fi, a spiritual humanoid to reside within the blade and select a chosen hero when the time is right. After doing so, Fi guides the chosen one to seek out the sacred flames down on the surface, with each unique flame blessing and upgrading the blade. This is the building of the Master Sword. However, the flames don't complete it. What does is the blessing of Zelda, Hylia incarnated herself, turning it into the Master Sword. The moments following this blessing is one of the most epic in the game. The first time in chronological Zelda history that the hero holds the blade high in the air, ready to slay evil. Which, not too long after these moments, the hero goes on to do an epic 1v1 showdown against Demise, the first ever to plague the land and threaten Hylia. Not only is this one of the most epic moments in Skyward Sword, but honestly, the Zelda series as a whole. The pedigree of this blade sometimes goes under the radar. Without the existence of this sword and the efforts to forge it by the first ever hero, the entire timeline of events as we know it may have never existed. This storyline is incredible and ends with one of the most epic moments in the game.
Going off that last pick, one of the first major tasks you'll be doing with the now complete Master Sword is working your way to Demise, but there are a few things in your way, one of which is our next pick, the Horde Battle at the Sealed Grounds. As Link catches up to Girahim with a captive, unconscious Zelda, the Demon Lord barricades Link off, forcing him to run down the entire grounds the long way round, but also summons a horde of monsters to stop him. This forces Link into a hack-and-slash battle against hundreds of bokoblins and moblins, coming in phases, so whenever Link thinks he has got up to speed with Girahim, another wave is sent his way. This almost feels like an early stage development of Hyrule Warriors, but when you're actually in the middle of this massive battle, it is a bloody epic feeling mowing down wave after wave of monsters. And then once you finally reach Girahim, there is one more final wave. Honestly, the reason I rank this part of the game so highly in terms of epicness is due to the sheer size of this colossal battle. The first ever hero being tested in numbers. Not only that, but succeeding. It's an epic scene, an epic battle, and a very epic moment on my personal list. Here it is, my final pick. The utmost epic moment in Skyward Sword, in my opinion, is the final battle between Link and Demise. Prior to this ultimate showdown taking place, the Demon King gives Link the option of staying in his current realm and facing his end, or follow him and face a brutal fate at the hands of his blade. This conversation alone is intimidating and sets fear in the eyes of the player, but not Link. The hero follows and is taken to an almost illusionary realm of water reflecting the sky. The talking begins, warning Link what he's just got himself into. The skies begin to turn black, like the poison of Demise's evil is possessing the realm. As a thunderstorm brews, the battle begins. This is the single most epic moment in Skyward Sword. Finally learning the source of all evil, the source of all trouble to the land, the source to the pain and suffering of the people. This is Link's chance to put it to an end. This is a grueling, hard-fought battle which the hero ultimately triumphs in, leaping high into the air and piercing the blade of evil's bane directly into the chest of Demise. Not killing the evil, but sealing it. Moments before the essence of this malicious demon fades into nothing, he lays a curse upon the land for all of time. Forever, with a never-ending evil. This battle, the build-up, the stare-down, the battle itself, and the conclusion all together make up the most epic moment in Skyward Sword. Thanks a ton for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing for more fabulous Zelda content. A huge thanks to Drock over at Zelda Theory for joining me on this one.
Adam, my man, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and I hope I brought you some value as well as your amazing community.
We did another video over on his channel going over some of the best characters in Skyward Sword. Be sure to check it out, links below. What do you think of my list? Agree or disagree? Maybe you'd swap some moments out for others? Leave a comment below and let me know. As always, a huge special thank you goes out to all of my supporters across Patreon and YouTube. If you'd like to join them and get yourself some behind the scenes looks at my work, a shout out upon joining, your name at the end of every video, and more, then consider supporting. Again, thanks for watching, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.